Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And I've been doing a bunch with bits. That's kind of obvious from my last videos, whether it's bit drivers or bit holders or the bits themselves. I had a couple of comments and some DMs about where I got things like this, which are the small little, like this 8-bit holder, or this one here, this 7-bit holder. And most of these came with some products that I got. So I don't know, I don't remember exactly where I got them, and I may have swapped out the bits, but like the holder. And so I decided, as I was playing around with stuff like this snap-on bit holder that I had to do the modification to get it to click, in my search for different things like that, I stumbled on these things at Amazon. And this is the Tool Cool 10-piece 12-hole hardware driver something head storage case. And you buy these for, I think it was like $8.50 or something. You can choose whether or not you want like 6 holes, 8, 10 holes, or 8 holes, I don't remember, or 12 holes. And obviously I thought, well, I'll get the 12 because the price was almost the same no matter what. And I can just cut them down. So this is what they look like. So far, it seems to be a reasonably solidly made thing, given that you're paying about 80 cents a piece for them. They have an indentation in the center, so when you drop in a bit like this, you can see that it's catching. You can spin it. It's catching on something in the middle. So there's the base. Here's the front. It's in there pretty solid. And then if you throw in, a standard bit like this, it just kind of catches. There it is. So you can see it seems to be pretty solid. Not falling out, obviously. I can whack it harder and get it to fall out. So it's easy to move and to release. And that's across the board. I tried it in a bunch of the different spots, so it wasn't just an end one that was any different. So far, they seem to be good. I did find kind of interesting. I took 2 of them and I super glued them together. I thought, well, then I've got 24 bits right there, but they came apart. The super glue, some of it dried, some of it has yet to dry, but I squished them overnight in a vise. Actually those trigger clamps, and I ended up thinking, oh good, that's gotta work. Well, no, just fell apart almost immediately. So something, the material, whatever it is, whatever kind of resin they're using, seems to be impervious to super glue. So if I wanted to make one a different size, I started playing around with cutting them to see what would happen. Obviously the thin wall right here, hold up something white here so you can see how thin those are. I have to sacrifice, obviously, one of the holes. So what I discovered, I was just going to take my knife and do the usual stuff and slice through one. But it turns out this actually, remember these, my flush cut snap-on 786 CF cutters? They work great. So if I wanted to say to have a 3 or a 4, because 4 is common with Torx things, like if I'm doing work on bikes, there are 4 specific Torx that come in handy. So I'll go out to my 4th. On the 5th one, I'll just cut it. And I just quickly cut like this to isolate the 4, and then I can trim this thing up. Not too terribly close. Just like that. And then I can use my knife if I want to do any finer finishing here. No big deal. I don't want to get so close to this wall right here though, because if I touch that, I might not have enough strength to solidly hold the bit in. But I haven't noticed any structural problems when I take it down. And I made a whole bunch just cutting them up. Tried little pieces. I put this or cut this piece up just to bend it and see, is it going to snap or anything. I haven't left them in the sun to see if they soften up. Sometimes the cheaper plastics have sensitivity to temperature. But it is a bit holder, and they're like 80 cents, and you get a whole bunch of them. So I'm going to organize my bits differently, so I can both make custom bit sets for specific situations, and also just better organization. So this is 8 bits across here, and this is 12 bits. So if you think about just the quantity of space allocated, this one's kind of interesting. It's got a different color to it. I don't know, quality control in China. So if you look at the quantity of bits in here, you know, that's kind of crazy how much room this thing has. But of course it's very nice, and it folds down, and it's snap-on green, and now it clicks. Anyway, I thought I'd bring these to your attention. I didn't see a whole lot of other choices, which was kind of surprising on Amazon where I got these. But they did seem to have decent reviews, and there's the product number, or the number on here. But I figured I'd just get the big ones and cut them apart to whatever size I need. So far, so good. With that, Doc out.